Hi, this is the second day task of STEMpedia, the workshop that we have regarding AI, Python and robotics, and it's about game programming using PictoBlox. So as we see here, that this game is like a maze. We've got a cockroach or a beetle that needs to, it starts here and it needs to go around the maze till it reaches the apple and the exit. So if we look at the code, but first the beetle itself, if you remember, the default here was the bear, the teddy bear. It's actually you can add the beetle and anything you want from here. So that's the symbol, the sprite. You can pick search, and then you've got all of these available for you, so you can pick what your sprite will look like. And I think some of you will be familiar with that one. Yep, it is all similar. So you might have done similar programming before with other packages, so this is a similar package. So that's obviously from Scratch. If you've done Scratch or Scratch Junior, that's the default character. Okay, now when you choose your one, then you can go back, and that's Toby was the original one, and then if Toby was here, you can delete it if you don't need him. So that will get the beetle, and then the scenery, which is the background photo, you get from here. Same thing, you do search, and this is the maze is one of them. But so you can pick any of those backgrounds. Now, the way this works, this is a yellow background, yellow image that has on it these lines and the apple. So, built-in function, when you are moving a sprite, you can compare what it touches, what's under it, color-wise. So this will be black. So if it touches black, you can make it to do an action. If it touches red, another action. So here what we're saying, let's look at the code. The code is saying we're defining the sprite to be the beetle. That's the name of the sprite. And initially we set direction 0. Now 0 means upward. Okay. 90 means to the right. Minus 90 to the left. And then 180 will be the opposite direction. So here we're setting the direction 0. So this is 0, 180, 90, minus 90. So 0, it will be facing this direction. The size, the beetle, when you pick it up, the original size is much bigger. It's like that big, like that big. Now we're setting the size to 50, so it will fit more easily within the limits. Otherwise, your beetle might be touching the black right from the start, and nothing will work. It keeps on, because we'll see in a minute what it does when it touches black, which is supposedly to be the wall. And then we say, we set it to the location minus 150, which is here. So we're saying at the start, make it start from here, pointing in that direction, and with that particular size that will fit. Now, while one, so this is the while loop, so everything underneath. In Python, the way that you put things belonging to a function like the while is by using indentation. So when you indent the if, so there's a space here, that means this belongs to it till you finish, and then there's something else that starts at the start of the line. That means everything under it belongs to the while loop. So all of our program runs in that while loop. So after we put the initial setting, so initially starts here, everything from that point onward is happening with the while. And we're saying while 1, which means while this is true, which means because it's 1 and it's not a 0, it means it's always true, which means equivalent to repeat indefinitely. Go through this and repeat it indefinitely. So check if the sprite is key pressed, so if you press a key and the key is up arrow, so on your keyboard you've got the 4 arrows, so if the key pressed is the up arrow, then make the direction pointing that way, upward, and move the sprite 5 points or 5 pixels, so move forward by 5. If it's a down arrow, set it in the opposite direction and move in that direction 5. If it is the left arrow, then set direction -90, so like this direction, -90, and move forward in that direction 5 as well. And the last one, if it's a right arrow, then set it to +90, so that direction, and move 5. This is the movement. This gets us the movement around. Now for the logic that we wanted not to touch the walls, and that the game finishes when you touch the apple, we have these 2 last lines. So if the sprite is touching color, 000, this is RGB, 000 is black, 255, 255, 255 will be white. If you have only one color, like the RGB has a value, the R has value, but those are 0, this will be red with certain strengths. This would be, if these are zeros and this is the green has a value, it will be green. And blue, if these are 0 and the blue has value, it will be blue. So we want red, we want it to be red. So here we're saying if this is black, which means touching the wall, what do we do? Then set the direction 0. So basically bring it back to this location. It's already, the size is set from the start, so we don't need to say the size again. So we say, like what we started, set the start here, so that's the location, and pointing that way. And if we touch the red, then what do? We say game over, we say it for 2 seconds, and we break, which means the program finishes. So let's run it. Okay, so once it runs, as you see, it's from the start. So now I'm going to use the arrow key. So now I'll point it to the right, and then I say move, so still the right arrow, same pressing it, that's enough. Then up arrow, up, it might touch, so let's go a little bit to the right too, up, then left arrow, then up arrow again, and then right, and then up, then left arrow, then up, then left, and now I will touch it. Game over. 2 seconds, and as you see here, it stopped automatically. Now I'll show what happens when, so I run it again, what happens when I touch any of the walls. See, it puts right back. If I touch this wall, automatically put it there. And then along the way, that means anywhere, even if you successfully complete one stage, you're happy in there, you're going, and then here you didn't give it much clearance and you went up and you touched this, put you back at the start. So that's the game. Very simple logic. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's it for now. Till we meet in another tutorial, I bid you farewell.